All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And in this video, we are gonna be taking the S650 Mustang GT up to the scales to see exactly how much it weighs after going ahead and swapping out the stock front wheels and tires for some F14 17 by 4.5 wheels, as well as some Mickey Thompson ET front bias ply tires, also 17. We're gonna see how much of a difference the 18s compared to the 17. I've actually already went ahead and dragged the car. That video is gonna be coming up at a later date, but I wanna see how much the car actually weighs because we saw some pretty good improvements. Now, as the car sits right now, it is full weight. I have not done any of the interior and some of the exterior weight reduction just yet. I wanna see how much it weighs right now because I've already went ahead and dragged the car. We saw some gains. Again, that video is gonna be coming up shortly, but this car does have both OEM seats inside as well as the rear seats are in the vehicle as well. So it is full weight, full interior inside of the car. I do plan on doing some seat removal. This car also still has the full active exhaust as well. We have not done dumps on the car just yet. We have F14 17 by 10 305 45 17 ET Street R, and up front we do have the F14 17 by 4.5 with a 26 4 17 bias ply front runner, which actually has made a pretty good improvement. That's all the weight reduction I've done in the car. It's just wheels and tires. This is obviously an MT82 car. It does have a power seat, driver's seat, manual passenger seat, so there's definitely some weight to be removed. I do not want to do a cam member with these horrible Houston roads. I'm not a huge fan of the cam members. If I lived somewhere where the roads are better, then maybe a cam member would be an option, but with these horrible Houston roads, I like having the under tray protecting everything that needs to be protected under the vehicle around the engine area. But what I am going to be planning on doing is I'm going to be doing the exhaust dumps. I am also going to remove the driver's seat as well as the rear seats and the passenger seat. Replace that driver's seat with a lighter seat. Not going to be a Kirky, but it's going to be a seat that's still comfortable. And I do plan on doing a set of front drag brakes, but I've not made up my mind if I want to do TBMs or aerospace. I'm going to be doing a street version because I still want to be able to drive the car places and not have to really worry about the brakes, but we're gonna go ahead and get to that when we get to it. This car is gonna get boosted, so I do need to go ahead and do the weight reduction now. So when it does get the power adder, the car is gonna be hopefully where I want it. I want this car to be around 35, low 3,600 pounds with me in it, which is 100% possible. 100% possible. It's just gonna take some money. I know some people are gonna ask where the Shelby GT350 is. It's at the shop. I will be able to make a video on that very, very soon. But let's go ahead and get this car weighed up. Alright. We're gonna be roughly a quarter tank of gas too, so that's good. We'll see how much it weighs. Alright, we are headed up to the weigh station. I need to get this car around 400 pounds lighter than the Shelby GT350 race weight so it can move pretty decent. I don't think the car is going to be as fast, but I think we can get it to 3,500 pounds, low 3,600 pound race weight. I think this car could do something. I really do think it could do something. It's not gonna make as much power, but the weight should hopefully compensate. should hopefully compensate, or at least it's not gonna make as much power off rip. Okay, that C6 is clean. I like that. That C6 is clean. Should take off that front license plate, but that car clean. What do you guys think, man? If this car hypothetically made, because the Shelby GT50, the most it's made in the dyno is 954, but that was in like cooler air. And this hot, humid air, it made a little over 900. If this car made, let's say 850 to the tires, and it weighed around, let's say 3580 to 3640, do you think it would be a good run? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this car is gonna be like a car slower. Probably drag you like 0.3 slower as well. But hey, you know what? Who knows? If I was to race them, maybe, because I don't trust anybody to drive either of these cars to race them against each other. So I'm gonna have to just kind of just drag you race it. Or maybe find somebody that has a similar setup. Shit, I don't know. But I think this car, 850 wheel, would be maybe a car slower than the Shelby GT350, honestly. Like where that Honda is right now, I feel like if we were to race the cars up against each other, 850 wheel versus the Shelby's 9, probably 950, I think the distance would be like that, honestly. Well, that's kind of like two cars. Maybe this RAV4, maybe it'd be like where this RAV4 is. That's probably more realistic. I think it'd be that much of a difference if we were to race them. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of difficult. I will say this car at 900 wheel, I think would beat the Shelby GT350 though. I think it would, just because of the weight. But we'll see. Damn, bro, I'm honestly, well, I'd say I kind of feel salty if this car was faster, but in all reality, I honestly wouldn't care, because theoretically, if this car is actually faster at like 850 wheel, then I mean, it realistically would make sense to race this car, because, you know, it's just lighter, you know what I'm saying? It would kind of make more sense, but I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna be faster. I'll be able to tell, like, realistically, first couple draggy hits, and I'll be able to tell, like, first, like, roll night in this car boosted, if it's gonna be quicker. Because I think the third gear draggy will tell me the difference. Because if this car can draggy faster than the Shelby GT350 can draggy in second gear versus this car's third, because this car's third is a dud. It doesn't even get into boost, and it's not gonna get into power until like 70 mile an hour. So I'm looking to have 10 mile an hour, probably more, honestly. Realistically, probably like 15 mile an hour in this car of just dead gear, if just the car just, and then it starts to go. If it draggies faster in third gear than the Shelby second, then I know for a fact this car would beat the Shelby, probably by over a car, honestly, just because once this thing gets moving and it can stay in boost longer, it's gonna be flying. Because this has already went faster than the Shelby has NA with just a tune. Alright, we're about to pull up to this weigh station. Let's see how much this car weighs. Honestly, the heavier the better. As weird as that sounds, because the car has already, it's already dragged what I wanted to run. With the stock wheels up front too. And with the front runner. So if this is like 3,700 pounds, I mean, technically that's heavy as hell and not as much weight off as I thought it would be, but at the same time, the car still has done what it's supposed to do and some. So it's like, is it really an L? Not really. I think it should be in the 3,600 pound range for sure. Go. I think it should be in the 3,600 pound range. Let me go ahead and get this way underway. I'm gonna move the car up a little bit too. Actually, I'm gonna move it up slightly. All right, there we go. All right, I feel that we're actually on the scale right now. Fully on the scale. Oh yeah, we're fully on the scale. First way.
Tractor number?
1.
That was 1, correct?
Yes.
All right, you're good to go.
Thank you. Just got it weighed. How much you guys think it's gonna weigh? Let me get out of here just in case another truck pulls up. I don't want to hold anybody up. But at the same time, I feel like all these fellas here are all chilling. Oh, yep, that guy is coming to get his truck weighed. Let me get off this thing. That's perfect timing. That dude is getting his truck weighed. Alrighty. Let's go get this data. Actually, can I park my car like over there so I don't have to like do this weird loop shit? I don't think I can actually. Look at all these guys filling up. Oh no, I definitely can't park my car. Well, you know what? Shit, maybe I can. Oh hell no, I can't. I'm gonna get my shit towed if I park over here. All right, just got the weight of the car, and the data is very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I can't be upset whatsoever because I've already tested out the car 60 to 130, and there are some gains, which I'm very happy about. But this car, I think it might give the Shelby GT350 problems. I think it really might give the Shelby problems because the car is, it's light. You know what I'm saying? It's light, but it's also not as light as I need to get it, but it is light, ladies and gentlemen. So that is a massive W, and I have not done any weight reduction. We are full interior, we have everything in the car, we have the full exhaust still on the car. There's 100 pounds to take out, legitimately. There is 100 pounds that can be instantly removed from this car, and I'm super, super excited to go ahead and do that because we're gonna see even more improvements with the S650 with minimal work and also minimum amount of money spent to get there. So I'm really excited, really excited. I think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy this build even more once it is boosted. All right, let's go over the data. How much the S650 weighs. Now remember, this car is full weight, has the full exhaust. All it is a wheel and tire setup, and this car is 3,640. Now I did go ahead and weigh this car a while back when it had the stock wheels and tires up front, but the car did have a rear seat delete, and it actually did weigh the same, around 3,640. I do know the cat scales can be off slightly. They typically like to round up or round down. It's one of those two. I'm not 100% sure, but I have heard that they can be slightly off. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense. The rear seats are about 40 pounds. We went from 17s to 18s. The rotational weight that we lost makes sense based on what the car is running 60 to 130. Now, I'd say the 3,640 number is going to be spot on. Now, I did go ahead and weigh this car also a while ago when it had the 18-inch F14s up front with the Hoosier bias plies, but the car did have the passenger seat out as well as the rear seats out, still had the full active exhaust, and it was 3560. So it is safe to say that with the passenger seat out, the rear seat out, as well as going ahead and doing dumps, this car is going to be in the lower 3,500-ish pounds range. I think we are going to be in a very, very good spot with this car before boost. That's absolutely perfect. I think with boost, it's going to bring the car back up to the 3,600 pound air. It's probably going to be, honestly, where it is right now. So 3,640, I'm assuming the car, after going ahead and removing the passenger seat, removing the rear seat, doing the dumps, and adding the power adder, I believe it's going to be around the lower to mid 3,600 pound range, which again, still heavier than where I want the car to be at, but there are some other modifications that I could do as well to drop the weight. Obviously, that's going to be the brakes here, and we can do some carbon as well, and also switch out the driver's seat. I think the car is pretty stout. I mean, 3,640 without really having to go ahead and, well, you didn't have to gut the car. I can't be upset about that whatsoever.